Hello, welcome to Paul's Take, and today you're going to get my take on the debates. I didn't really watch all of them. I watched the last one, which was in January. Let's see, was it last night before? I don't know. I actually watched the recording just now. So I want to give you my take. Well, not even on the debate so much. I'm not going to give you play-by-play of what was said, who said it, how it was said, and that kind of stuff. What I'm going to talk about is who I like. Now, I'm actually independent, and I don't know who I'm going to vote for, but I like to really wait till the debates between the Democrat and Republican. So whoever's going to be debating against Trump, and then that will be my final decision based on those debates. But I was actually kind of excited with the Democrats at first when they had all those different candidates running. So I was thinking there could be some standouts, some people do really well, and it seemed to me at first they had a good chance to do well against Trump. But as the debates unfolded, you really start seeing people screw up and saying crazy things, and it starts narrowing down the possibilities of who could beat Trump. Because at first it seemed like there was a lot of good candidates, and now they all showed their flaws, and nobody's perfect. But nobody's perfect anyways. And so you got to think, well, who can beat him? Who would I vote for out of this group? And truthfully, to me, it's the top three is going to be either Bernie Sanders, or Joe Biden, or Pete Buttigieg, the mayor, Buttigieg, and potentially Warren, but not so much. It's going to be between Bernie Sanders, like I said, Bernie Sanders, Pete Buttigieg, or Joe Biden. It's going to be between those three, for sure. Who I like between the three? Well, I think to guess who's going to win, I got a feeling maybe Sanders. There's not really great options there, especially because Bernie, I think he would have won last time. If Hillary didn't steal it from him, then I think he would have won the whole thing last year, the last election. But I think he's getting a little old, and I think he has good intention, like a good heart. He seems like he has all this great ambition, but it doesn't really explain well how he's going to make all this stuff happen. So, and I think most people probably feel the same way. They probably like him. They might think he's past his prime. I think his time has passed. And I think they think he just doesn't have, it's just more of a dream. He's promoting a dream, but the reality is I don't think he's going to get anything done. And also, I personally worry I think he's just too nice of a guy. And I think if there are other countries that really hate us and think we're the big evil of the world, they won't do it when Trump's in office because they think Trump is crazy and will nuke him. But when Bernie's in office, I don't think they'll think he'll do anything, And I wouldn't. But anyways, so that's my opinion on that. So I'm Bernie. I actually really liked Joe Biden in the past when he was running way back when against Obama. I actually liked Joe Biden. He was my top runner. But even back then, I thought he was I liked him, but I thought he was still a little old. Like I heard about his history, and he was very outstanding person in the past, or even now, I guess. But he's a little old, and he does crazy things, and I just don't see him. He just looks like he's starting to lose it. I mean, and he's an old guy. It's his right to lose it. It's his time to lose it. So I just think he's a little old in the tooth. A little. And plus, I don't really trust him as much as I used to, because I think as you're moving up in the rankings, when they're not connected, they're not obligated, they don't have all these, things. But as he's been in office, he's actually been a vice president, he's in Congress forever. I think he has too many people that he owes stuff to, and I think he's just kind of I think after you've been in politics too long, you get corrupt. Just because you owe favors, and it's just I think he's been around too long. So I actually like Pete Buttigieg. For one, I don't think he's corrupt yet. He's so new. He seems sharp, very sharp, and he never seems to get ruffled with the questionings. And he hasn't been around to have any baggage, and so I like to see him go against Trump. I really would. I don't think he'll win per se, but to tell you the truth, I don't think any of them will win. But I like to see, but I can almost predict too well how he'll do against Bernie and Joe Biden. I think they will get creamed by Trump. Trump will, I think, just walk all over them. I think those guys are getting, they're right now they're doing debate light. And you know how Trump is. He's aggressive. He gives you little nicknames and kind of gets you all pissed off and flustered, because Joe Biden will get flustered. He gets flustered easy. He want to challenge a guy to a push-up contest. And Bernie, I don't think he's quick enough anymore. It's just he's kind of like a one-act show. So I think you already know what he's going to say. So I think all in all, I think Trump will crush Bernie too. I think Bernie will do better than Biden though. But in Pete Buttigieg, I can't even pronounce it. Anyways, I think he's sharp. He's young. He doesn't get ruffled. He's pretty clean. I mean, his background seems clean. And I don't think he has much of a track record. So I think Trump will be like picking on that. But overall, though, I'd like to see that matchup the most. So he's my choice. Warren, she's kind of crazy too. I think actually, in a debate, I think Warren would do good against Trump because she seems pretty sharp and she's full of energy and she's got those. But I think she's just way too extreme Democrat. What do you call it? As far to the right, left, right. I don't know, in between. No, but of course, so is Bernie. He's too polarizing. Biden actually is more. He's probably the most. I don't say most, but he's definitely more center. So I think he could win over some votes because I think you can trust him as a president, but I just think he's still past his prime. So there you go. That's what I think. I think I'd like to see Pete Buttigieg run. And I think he's the only one capable of winning my vote. He seems sharp. He seems level-headed. He seems like a nice, likable guy. The only thing that's kind of weird is he's so young. He's younger than me. So it's kind of weird to think of a guy younger than me becoming president. I'm only 46. He's only, 38? It's a baby. But nonetheless, yeah, I like to see him. That's my take on the candidates. What do you think? Am I way off? Am I crazy? I'm curious. It's close. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But that's who I like. And you should listen to me because I have a YouTube channel. There you go. Thanks for watching Paul's Take. And that's my take on the candidates. And make sure you hit like and subscribe. Make a comment. It all helps the channel. Thanks for watching.